Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Homemaker-in-Progress. I'm Elizabeth, and I like to simplify homemaking by making simple food and decluttering your home and just living a simple life. Today, I'm going to be talking about the trend whimsy. And from a biblical perspective, is this a thing that we can get into? And if it is, what are some ways that we can add some whimsy to our lives? So, first off, I actually think that it is totally okay for us to quote add a little whimsy to our lives. In fact, I think it's a good thing for us to add beauty and enjoy the simple things of life. So, the Bible talks about when the priest's garments were being made, that they were for glory and for beauty. And so that's one thing like that it says for beauty that stands out because it's not just that it served a purpose for glorifying God, but it was also to be beautiful. And I think as women especially, we like to look beautiful. We want to feel pretty and secure. So on the other side of the spectrum, we could go to like I think it's maybe First Timothy or in Titus, where it talks about that women ought not to adorn themselves with gold and costly array, and not to braid their hair and different things like that. But I think really the most important part of this conversation when it comes to the whimsy and adding beauty is our hearts need to be right before those other things so that when those things are in our life, so if we wear a pretty dress or if we do our hair nice, that's reflecting a beautiful inner spirit and not just external beauty. And that's where it can kind of maybe get a little messy. But overall, I think it's okay to enjoy beautiful things. And I think as homemakers, there are a few ways that we can do this. So these are kind of like fun, silly things, but I really think that if we could just enjoy the little things of life, that we'll enjoy life a lot more. And if we're looking for the little things, that we can be grateful and just enjoy life. So I like to wear pretty dresses. I do not always wear pretty dresses. I wear them sometimes. I wear them when I'm going out, or I like to have nice stuff to go wearing to church. But I don't really wear pretty dresses to go do yard work, clean the house. I'm not doing that. But at the same time, if I want to just wear a casual dress or casual skirt at home to just feel a little bit more put together, I will. I've really been into doing my hair lately. I've been just like curling it. It lasts longer, so I don't have to wash it as long. And it just, I like the way my hair looks that way, and it makes it easy. I feel a little bit more put together because it's done and it's done for several days at a time. I also think that another way to just add a little whimsy to your life is just to have pretty like kitchen utensils or pretty decor. So I I think there's two sides to this. I don't think that you should just necessarily buy a bunch of pretty things just for the sake of having pretty things. But also, I do think that if you are like, I need this, you've been wanting to upgrade to a specific thing, you could pick the pretty thing, and that pretty thing might just make life a little bit more enjoyable. You could have bought an ugly thing that did the same job, but now you could put something pretty. So they both have a purpose, but one is just adding a little bit of beauty and a little bit of whimsy to your life. Another thing that I think you can do is just have fun. So I like to make coffee drinks or have my electrolyte water or whatever. And I think if you want to make your life just a little bit more whimsical, do those things. Try out a new recipe for like cold foam or a special syrup. And actually, homemade syrups are pretty easy to make. So go ahead and try one of those. These are kind of just like silly things, right? It's not like they have any real eternal value, but they're little things that we can do to just enjoy life a little bit more and enjoy the little things in our lives. I just think that we should enjoy the little things of life. And then when you look for the little things of life, you just are a little bit, at least for me, I'm a little bit happier and I find joy in those things. I find beauty in them and I like living a beautiful life. So I would encourage you just look for the small things, do the silly things, be a little whimsical sometimes, and enjoy the life that God gave you. I don't think that we're meant to just get through life. I think we should enjoy it. Of course, there are hard times and there's things that we go through that are difficult, but overall, I think we should enjoy life. God gave us this and He wants us to be happy. I truly believe that.